Hello and welcome to Ashland High School for another installment of Ashland Girls Varsity Basketball. Tonight, your Ashland Clockers are going to be taking on the Westwood Wolverines. Both teams are 1-0, Ashland 1-0 after a pretty convincing win against Norton last Friday night, as we're about to jump it up here. Your starters for tonight, Claire Marcy, Ryan Lima, Melissa Leone, looks like Katie Klepper out there, and Caroline Ellis. And Westwood controls the tip here, so we're underway. Westwood historically been a very strong girls basketball team, as that's outside to Sarah Roycroft. Roycroft with the ball again. Passes over the key, and no three-point shots. We have a long two from Hattie Noble, but that goes in and out. And Ashland couldn't control the rebound, and because of that, we're going to have an early trip to the line for Westwood's Caitlin Fleming, the junior. Both teams look pretty even in terms of the height matchup here. I think a matchup to watch would more than likely be Hattie Noble and Claire Marcy under the rim, maybe even Melissa Leone, the freshman, who's getting some big minutes in these first couple games for Ashland. As it looks like Fleming goes 1 of 2 from the line. Driving down the court in the point guard position now is Katie Klepper, the freshman. Into Marcy, outside to Lima. Lima going to be one of Ashland's primary scorers as that's turned over. And on the run, out to Noble. Noble tries for the layup. It doesn't go. Ashland controls the rebound, but then throws it away. Melissa Leone was not in the right place to receive the throw from Catherine Carter. So Westwood in Ashland territory now. Catherine Kissel takes the inbound and dishes it off to Olivia Holbrook. Holbrook to the basket. Looks for some help, finds Roycroft. Roycroft outside. Into Noble. Noble on Marcy. There's the matchup, but Noble gets the better of it. And she scores the first points for the night. Westwood off to a pretty commanding offensive start here. Ashland hasn't really had a chance to get anything going offensively. And as I say that, Melissa Leone with a nice move to the basket over her shoulder. The freshman, as I said, getting some big minutes here. Oh, and it looks like I apologize. That Hattie Noble shot went in and out. Looked like it went in from my perspective here. Some great defense from Claire Marcy is going to result in a turnover. And Melissa Leone going to inbound. And we got some subs early from Ashland here. Colby Lima, the freshman, and also the sister of one of the big scorers for this Ashland team, Ryan Lima, is going to take the point guard position over. Inside to Ciolino. Shot doesn't go, but rebound tracked down. Ooh, it's going to go Westwood's way. Ciolino almost had that rebound tracked down. And Ciolino and Claire Marcy are going to be the two big options inside the paint for Ashland. This is over to Holbrook. Holbrook tries to dish to Roycroft, but picked off. And the easy no. Oh, they're going to call foul on that. Yeah, that was a pretty easy layup, and I was surprised it didn't go, but it looks like foul might be charged to Roycroft with the hands trying to get in on the layup. And at the line right now, making her first, is Carly Morella, also a freshman. Very young team for Ashland here. As we're just a couple minutes into the first here. 3-1, Ashland getting off to an early lead. And Morella goes 1 of 2 at the line. Inside to Catherine Kissel for Westwood. Roycroft, a gorgeous dish inside, but doesn't end up finding anyone. Or, excuse me, finds someone, but the shot doesn't end up going as Lima controls the pace up court, out to Leone, and back into Cialino. Cialino gets stripped, but Ashland comes away with it. Lima on the outside, back into Cialino. Shot clock winding down, and Ashland throws it away. Holbrook on the fast break, and she's going to take the layup easy. And get fouled. Chance for a three-point play for Westwood. Big opportunity for Westwood here. Olivia Holbrook in these past couple possessions has been pretty deadly driving to the hoop. And that bounces in and out. Rebound controlled by Melissa Leone for Ashland. She's had a couple boards already and has been the primary inbounder. But an errant pass is going to be somehow controlled by Colby Lima and inside to Cialino for the layup. That was a good recovery offensively from Ashland. 5-3. The Ashland lead is 2. And they tried to dish it inside to Holbrook. But nothing doing because of the Cialino defense there. Being passed around the key. Roycroft going to try a 3. The first 3 of the night we've seen, actually. And Westwood has had the open looks outside at the three-point line, but has elected not to take them. This is inside to Morella now. She's going to dish out to Ryan Lima. As I've said before, Lima probably the primary scoring option. As I say that, she goes to the line, gets fouled for Ashland. One of the, I think the lone senior out there right now is Ryan Lima. And she does have a three-point shot, but more often than not, you'll see her drive into the basket. She makes her first free throw. So a 6-3 three-point lead for Ashland here against what has historically been a very good Westwood team. She goes 1 of 1 at the line. And quickly driving it down court is Westwood inside real quick. But that's going to be an offensive foul. And Ashland's going to come away with it. Westwood really likes to dish it back to one of their primary ball handlers, whether that be Catherine Kissel or Sarah Roycroft, just outside the key. They have a really solid ball movement from what we're seeing in these first couple minutes. Lauren Marcy, the sister of Claire Marcy, in the game for Ashland, as well as Zaria Turner getting some minutes. And it looks like that was a traveling violation. Been a couple of offensive fouls and offensive violations here early. But it looks like the mantra for Coach Dave Lith, as was the case also in the Friday game, was sub early and sub often, as that's picked off by Ryan Lima. Great anticipation for the ball, gets in front of Catherine Kissel. And she's waiting for her offense to show up behind her. Tries to go inside to Laura Marcy, but it's picked off by Noble. They try to go all the way to the hoop with it, but the layup doesn't fall. Rebound controlled by Lauren Marcy. Shot doesn't go for Ashland. Rebound, Hattie Noble. Back inside to Noble. And she's going to get caught traveling. Both of the Marcy sisters in now, which is definitely intimidating if you're trying to drive to the hoop. They were a force to be reckoned with on the volleyball court this year as well. Volleyball had quite a year, making it to the MIAA semifinals in their division, I believe. But ended up falling to Westboro. So that's kicked outside, but number 12 for Ashland, Caroline Ellis, who subbed in recently, can't handle the pass. Some errant turnovers here for Ashland early. But other than that, we have some solid ball movement and good looks. But then again, so does Westwood, as that mid-range is going to be shot up but not going to go. But the rebound is picked off by Kissel, and she's going to get fouled. Catherine Kissel going to be fouled by Carolina Ellis. Her first of the night. Oh, but it looks like they're going to call it on the ground. That's a lucky break for Ashland. And the lead still remains 3. Inside to Roycroft. Finds Noble inside the key. Cialino in the game. Going to be one of the primary defenders for Noble down low on the baseline. Noble dishes over to Julia Dolly, and she's going to drive herself, but nothing doing there. But it's going to stay Westwood ball. Westwood has great ball movement, looking to just pick their spots and attack the paint whenever they can, because they haven't shown themselves to be a really lethal three-point shooting team, even though they have the looks. And another whistle here. Going to remain Westwood ball. The inbounder is Haley Jacobson. Inside to Roycroft again. Handoff action early. Jacobson to Dolly. Dolly inside to Roycroft. Roycroft with a nice move. A spin around hook shot is going to go. 6-5 the score now. Ashland's lead has been cut to 1. Being tossed around the key inside to Cialino. Out to Colby Lima. Colby Lima could not find Cialino back inside. Some pretty crucial turnovers from Ashland here in the first. And with an ever-rotating bench on the Ashland side of things, you got to wonder. Of course, in hockey, you're switching all the time. You have lines switching offensively, defensively, and everything in between. As that shot was blocked by Cialino, but rebound controlled by Noble. But it's going to go out and remain Westwood ball. But with all these lines switching in and out in hockey, there's not really a need for a lot of line chemistry, as it were. But for basketball, a lot of these lines end up developing a fair bit of chemistry. And there's something to be said as Roycroft puts up a shot there and collects her own board, but misses the second shot, and Cialino controls the rebound. There's something to be said for the chemistry of a line in basketball. And even though Coach Dave Lith is wanting to give as much playing time to as many of his very talented players as he can, maybe it's not really translating into some passes getting thrown away or some miscommunications on the court. You never know. But of course, Dave Lith with the utmost confidence in his players, and especially in his bench. Looks like that's going to be... Oh, no backcourt violation on that. She managed to get it out. And what a heads-up play from Julia Dolly. She saw the ball was going out and instead chose to throw it off of Carly Morella, who was chasing her down, trying to stop a layup if possible. Inside to Roycroft again. Handoff to Jacobson. This is what we've seen. And they're going to call that a 2. A nice mid-range jumper. The long 2. Those are Jacobson's first points of the night. 6-7. Westwood takes the lead for the first time in the night. So we're winding down in the first quarter here. 30 seconds left. But another offensive foul is going to go against Ashland this time. Shot clock is off. Westwood going to be looking for something akin to the final shot here. Julia Dolly brings it up the court. Hand off to Jacobson. That seems to be one of the main offensive plays for Westwood. But another offensive foul. And it looks like the Lima sisters are going to inbound to each other. Colby taking it down the court. Ryan sets the screen. Colby doesn't use it, though. Ryan spreading the floor, seeing what she can do. And a mid-range shot tossed up by Catherine Carter doesn't go. Another couple shots for Ashland don't go either, and that's going to be the first quarter in the books. 6-7 with some good offensive ball movement from Westwood, some good defense inside in the paint from Marcy and Cialino. But Ashland couldn't really get it done on the offensive end in terms of the second half of this quarter. Probably what Dave Lith is going to be talking about in the timeout space right now. Scorers thus far for the game, we have Melissa Leone with 2. Sonali Cialino with 2, excuse me. And on the Westwood side of things, Roycroft with 2, Noble with 2, Holbrook with 2, and Caitlin Fleming with 1. It seems like Westwood's role players are very well defined. What we're seeing off the rip here. People like Haley Jacobson, who the designated pistol action handoff player. You have people like Noble, who are your defaults to go to in the paint. But we're going to start the second quarter here. Handoff to Lima. Lima takes it and makes it. I think they're going to call that a 2 because her toes were on the line. But that's what you like to see. Lima taking shots early. Holbrook drives to the basket. You got to be wary of her. That's her move. As soon as she's on the catch and go. It looks like that might have been a traveling violation for Ashland. But yeah, Holbrook on the outside of the key. She's going to catch and immediately drive to the basket. Caitlin Fleming with the ball right now. Outside, top of the key to Noble, inside to Roycroft. Here's Holbrook again, driving to the basket. Tries to draw some contact. Doesn't get the call, but Westwood keeps the ball. The inbound from Westwood. Hattie Noble inside to Holbrook, back outside. Westwood's so good at finding the open man because Ashland's rotations just don't really seem to be there. They're doubling inside the paint and always leaving someone open to receive the kick out. And thankfully for them, Westwood isn't taking these threes that are open, but it does give Westwood an opportunity to reset the offense. Holbrook with the catch and go. She's going to pull up from mid-range. Shot doesn't go, but Roycroft controls the rebound. Fleming puts up a shot, doesn't go, and that was Melissa Leone. Grabs the board, but then travels. So Westwood's still going to stay down here. They've inbounded on baseline probably 4 times in a row now. Hattie Noble collects the inbound. But nothing doing there as Claire Marcy gets up. A turnover from Ashland on the offensive end. Roycroft going to take it. Hands it off to Holbrook. But again, it's going to remain Westwood ball. That was good transition defense from Ashland, but I think they need to be better on their transition offense side of things. So they've thrown it away a few times on the fast break opportunities that they get. Katie Klepper back in the game for Ashland. And Noble takes it to the basket and scores 2 for herself. Leone maintains the handle, but then loses it on the pass to Marcy. And that's a quick turnover for Westwood. Holbrook over the timeline inside to Noble. Noble tried to find Fleming. And then Roycroft from deep doesn't go, but a quick board for Catherine Kissel is going to result in the widest lead of the game, I believe we've seen. A 5-point lead for Westwood, 8-13, and Ashland takes a quick timeout. Lauren Marcy with the inbound here. Inbounds it to Katie Klepper, playing the point guard position. Lima gets doubled immediately. That's good defense by Westwood. And Klepper tries to toss up a shot. It was a good look, but it doesn't fall. Cialino battles for the rebound with Roycroft, but Roycroft comes away with it. And a gorgeous look inside. I actually didn't see who scored that. Maybe Caitlin Fleming. A great assist from Roycroft there. Klepper inside to Cialino. Cialino kicks it out. Air ball from Ryan Lima. That's going to be controlled by Westwood. Chloe Callahan getting some minutes here. Holbrook to the basket, as she's wont to do. And last touch was on Holbrook. Lead starting to slip for Ashland a little bit. 8-15, 7-point lead for Westwood. As Carly Morella tries a three from deep, doesn't go. And Westwood quick with the transition offense. Air ball, but Roycroft there to pick it up and picks up the foul. Sarah Roycroft doing it on both ends of the court here. Takes a couple of bounces, but doesn't end up going. 3 subs for Ashland here, almost a whole line. But that seems to be the motto for Coach Dave Lith, sub often. Second for Roycroft doesn't go. Melissa Leone tried to grab the rebound, and fortunately, it comes away Ashland's ball. Inside to Ryan Lima. She's going to drive herself. Tries to find Marcy, and Marcy gets fouled. That was a good look from Ryan Lima to Claire Marcy. Because we've seen that Westwood has more than likely done their scouting report, and they know how much of a threat that Ryan Lima can be driving to the basket. So they doubled her, maybe even tripled her with the help defense when she started driving, and that left a wide open pass to Claire Marcy. Ryan took it, and then Sarah Roycroft had to compensate and ends up fouling her. Marcy goes over 2 at the line, but Ashland with control of the rebound here. Colby Lima passes outside. Here's Morella outside to Ryan Lima. Lima thinks about driving, but Westwood again doubles. And it looks like Morella tried to drive to the hoop herself there, but nothing doing as she caught the block from Hattie Noble. And Westwood back on offense here. Dolly to Noble. Noble from the corner. It was a long 2, but didn't go. But Westwood tracks down the rebound. Here's Kissel. Kissel over to Fleming. A nice move from Fleming. She goes to the line. She gets fouled. Claire Marcy was under the basket there looking to deny something, whether it be a layup or some sort of shot. But unfortunately, got caught for the reach-in foul. Maybe hit her on the wrist. 8-15 still the score here. A 7-point lead for Westwood here in the second quarter of play. Ashland controls the rebound off of the free throw miss from Westwood. Colby Lima with the ball. Melissa Leone. Inside to Morella. Then inside to Marcy. And Marcy gets fouled yet again. I think they're going to call that on the ground, though. Indeed they are. Marcy getting beat up tonight, but, you know, when you're standing under the basket with a couple of other bigs on the Westwood side, that's kind of your job a little bit. Melissa Leone to inbound. Inside to Colby Lima, the give and go. Melissa Leone tries to put one up, but it doesn't go, and the rebound controlled by Westwood. Dolly pushing it down the court now, but a hard press by Ryan Lima. And she's going to force a travel. Great defense from Ryan Lima there. Pressing the point guard, Julia Dolly, all the way down the court. And that's a turnover in Ashland's favor. Oh, but there's a turnover in Westwood's favor, unfortunately, as Colby Lima tried to drive it up the court and tried to find Melissa Leone as she did last time they drove up, but the pass was just a little bit too errant, and now Catherine Kissel hands off to Dolly. Outside, a three from Chloe Callahan doesn't go. And Marcy attempts to collect a loose rebound, but somehow Catherine Kissel comes away with it. And an easy layup for her. Dave Lith wants a word after that one. Kissel with 4 points now in the game. Tied for being Westwood's leading scorer with Olivia Holbrook. Melissa Leone to inbound. She does so, finds Ryan Lima. And then inside to Katie Klepper. Klepper tried for the bounce pass inside. Didn't end up working out. To, I believe that was Michaela Groves. Yeah, number 44. Getting her first minutes of the night. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the half here. Ashland trailing 8-17. A 9-point deficit for Ashland. As Westwood swinging it around above the three-point line. Inside to Jacobson. Jacobson finds Kissel, who's had a star second quarter here. But I think they're going to call a foul because Julia Dolly had been tripped by an Ashland defender. And she's going to inbound now. Ryan Lima playing good defense on Kissel, but she gets burned. But great help defense from Ashland. That would have been a layup if not for Ashland's great help defense, and looks like Chloe Callahan stepped out of bounds there. That was a great defensive possession from Ashland. Catherine Carter driving it up the court. Inside to Klepper. Klepper to Groves. Groves to the basket. Not going to fall, but outside to Zaria Turner for her first points of the night. 10-17, the lead has been cut to 7 for Ashland. Haley Jacobson with the ball now outside. Being tossed around the key for Westwood here. Dolly thought she had an open shot, but good closeout from Ashland defense. And that's going to result in another turnover. Oh, wait, great save. Wow, that was brutal for Ashland. It's a great save. And the save went right to Catherine Kissel, who buries along too. And now Ashland getting pressed in this final minute of the half. Catherine Kissel been having a huge second quarter here for Westwood. 10-19, the lead has ballooned back up to 9. Zaria Turner to inbound here. But Westwood got a hand on it. I think that was Jacobson who got a hand on it. So it's going to remain Ashland ball. But with 20 seconds left on the clock here, 23 seconds, excuse me, Ashland's going to have to push it fast. Here's Lima. Not with a ton of time. This press is working out for Westwood right now. Good screen by Lima. The pick and roll. Lima to the basket. And that's off the top of the backboard there. 4 seconds left in the half. Westwood going to see if they can get the shot, but a steal by Lima. Her shot at the buzzer does not go. And that's going to be the half. 10-19. Westwood leading by 9 as we head into the locker room here. Your top scorers for Westwood are Catherine Kissel with 6, Olivia Holbrook with 4, Hattie Noble, Sarah Roycroft with 2, and Caitlin Fleming with 3. On the Ashland side of things, we have Ryan Lima with 1, with 3. Zaria Turner with 2, Melissa Leone with 1, and then Cialino with 2. And we're going to be coming back from the half here. 19-10. The Westwood lead is 9. Ashland showed us some good stuff in the first quarter, but couldn't get the offense going in the second. So let's see what they can do here at Ashland High School. As I said before, both teams 1-0, but it seems like Westwood has their role players down. Ashland with a lot of subs, probably still trying to find themselves a little bit as it's early in the season as Lima drives to the hoop. The shot doesn't go, but it's going to stay Ashland ball. Melissa Leone with the inbound here. Looking for Lima, doesn't find her. Instead, she finds Katie Klepper, the freshman. Lima close to the half-court line. Dishes to Leone. Shot clock at 15 here. And what a move. That was Catherine Carter, who's seen minimal minutes in the first half, but comes out and makes a statement out of the locker room. Quite a move, and that's going to put Ashland cutting the lead to 7. 12-19 the score now. As Roycroft tries to answer on the other end. Can't quite do so. She passes outside to Holbrook. Holbrook inside to Noble. And then Noble to Caitlin Fleming. Great, as I said before, great ball movement from Westwood. They are so adept at finding the open person if Ashland's rotations aren't there. And Noble tried to put it outside off of Claire Marcy, and it looks like she was successful at doing so. Ashland has had a tough time controlling the ball in these fast break situations. Westwood hasn't been the best in their transition defense, and Ashland keeps trying to exploit it, but they either overthrow the ball or make an errant pass and don't really make much of the opportunity. So that's battled for in the paint. Some great defense by Claire Marcy there, but Westwood going to come away with the ball, and they're going to get it again. But they're running the shot clock down ever so slowly. The inbound to Roycroft, handoff action to Caitlin Fleming. Inside to Holbrook. We've seen what she can do on the drive into the paint, but a whistle. And maybe they're going to call a common foul, maybe a trip on Holbrook. Either way, Westwood inbounds, and here's Kissel. A great block by Claire Marcy. She's been doing it on both ends of the court tonight as well. And it looks like that's going to be a foul. Oh, they're calling it on the ground. Looks like the drive from Catherine Carter. She was looking for a call, but didn't result in anything. I don't think Dave Lith is very happy about that. Melissa Leone with the inbound here. Into Claire Marcy. And a 5-second violation. Leone could not get the ball inbounded. And that's rough if you're Ashland. You usually want to just take a timeout and reset the situation, maybe restructure your offense in the timeout. But you don't want to turn over like that. Oh, it does look like they managed to get the timeout off before the 5-second violation. I think there's a miscommunication between the refs here. One of the refs thought that there was a 5-second violation, and the other ref just didn't communicate that the timeout was called beforehand. So Ashland is going to retain possession of the ball. Melissa Leone looking for the open cutter. Finds Marcy yet again. Then over to Lima. Marcy down low. Could not find the backboard. I think she wanted the bank in arc off the layup. And a travel is called. I believe that was Katie Klepper on the ground fighting for the ball, and she tried to dish it outside to one of her teammates in the three-point line. But manages to come away with a travel. And now Kissel driving down the court to Roycroft. She's been such a facilitator on the offensive end for Westwood tonight. And as I say that, she doesn't want to be a facilitator. She wants to drive to the hoop. But it manages to get blocked. But Roycroft tracks down the rebound, finds Noble for the long two. And Hattie Noble has also been having herself a game down low in the paint. The ball's coming back. Some sort of violation happened. Did not see the call. Caitlin Fleming going to inbound here. More than likely looking for Hattie Noble down low. And she does. Easy layup for Hattie Noble. I think they forced a switch. Because Marcy is usually supposed to be guarding Noble, but on that position it was Lima. So they must have forced a switch, got the mismatch, and easy layup for Hattie Noble. Leone driving to the paint now, and they called some sort of, no, I think they just called a possession transfer here, because Leone tried to do the standard kick it out to the corner 3 spot where her teammate was waiting, but the pass just didn't find its mark. The refs are conferring about it now, whether or not maybe Westwood got a hand on it to make it go out of bounds, but I think Dave Lith's case is going to fall on deaf ears for that one, as Caitlin Fleming with the inbound here for Westwood. Klepper driving down the court. She's so quick. Burns Lima, but great help defense again. Tried to find Noble down low, but Colby Lima was there. But Ashland, again, can't convert in these transition situations. And we're back again. Ryan Lima over to Melissa Leone. Shot doesn't fall, but it was a good look. It was an open look. Both teams can't really get anything going on the fast break here in this third quarter of action. We're almost halfway through the third quarter at this point. Claire Marcy looking to inbound to Colby Lima. Or excuse me, that's Lauren Marcy. And they're going to say that Colby Lima stepped out of bounds on the drive there. Some of the Ashland fans say that she was pushed. Roycroft with the ball looking for Holbrook. Takes the Holbrook screen and finds a lane for herself, but the shot doesn't fall. Cialina with the board. And Colby Lima playing the point guard position. Tries to drive it down hard, but is fouled by Caitlin Fleming. Lauren Marcy with the inbound here. Finds Colby Lima. And did she step out of bounds? Looks like that's what they're calling. They did think she stepped out of bounds, but she's just been so aggressive on the point guard position, trying to draw fouls, rack up those team fouls for Westwood, so her team can get to the line. Westwood passing it around the key as they do. And Roycroft could not get the shot, the contested shot from Lauren Marcy there. Cialino driving to the basket. And a nice move. Great move from Sonali Cialino. The right hand off-foot layup finisher. Kissel controlling the offense now. Receives the ball and drives, but kicks it out. And Westwood going to finally take a three, which have been so hard to come by in this game. Roycroft finds the rebound, though, and puts it back up. Roycroft has the height. Sarah Roycroft has the height and the game sense to know how to position herself for these rebounds, because I think she's leading the team in boards tonight. Carly Morella back in the game, and she's going to get tangled up, and that's a jump ball. Not sure which way the arrow is facing. It looks like it's facing Westwood's way. It's a tough break. Carly Morella was trying to set the offense. Maybe get someone to come screen for her, but was not watching and got tangled up with a Westwood defender. I think it was Catherine Kissel. Kissel herself has the ball now. Passes it off to Julia Dolly. And a wide open shot from Haley Jacobson does not fall. Ashland defense scrambling around, trying to see if they can get a stop here. Shot clock winding down at 6 at this point. But inside to Roycroft. Uses her height to box out any defender, and that's going to result in a timeout from Coach Dave Lith. Roycroft has come alive on the offensive end, going from a facilitator to a point scorer, as she's got 6 now. Hattie Noble also with 6, and Catherine Kissel, Westwood's leading scorers for the night. This is going to be batted around. Ball's on the floor here, and I think that's going to be another jumper. Zaria Turner with the inbound for Ashland. Tries to inbound to Cialino, but Cialino got tangled up. Going to remain Ashland ball, though. Time winding down for Turner, but she does manage to get it off. Inside to Klepper. And a foul is called. These team fouls are racking up quick for Westwood in the second half. They are already at 4. At 7, Ashland's going to get a chance for a 1-and-1 every time they go to the line. Of course, that means they get a chance to make a free throw, and if they make the first free throw, they are afforded a second free throw. Ashland looking for a lane to drive in. Solid crossover from Morella. Pass outside doesn't go. The shot from Zaria Turner, but rebound controlled by Cialino. And Morella, great athletic play. Tries to play through the contact. Doesn't manage to get the shot up, but an amazing drive nonetheless. And she's going to get 2 shots at the line. These Ashland freshmen are playing their hearts out right now. They are showing some really, really amazing things for freshmen who are playing only their second high school league game by this point. You have some great point guard skills from the likes of Colby Lima. You have some athleticism on display from Carly Morella. And some all-around good ball handling, structuring of the offense from Melissa Leone. That's to say nothing of Katie Klepper, who's also been notable at the point guard position. Westwood passing it around the key inside. But a 3 from number 3, Taylor Kane. Ashland going to control the rebound. Cialino, I believe that was. But again, the transition offense just is not there for Ashland. And Cialino is going to foul Julia Dolly, and she's going to go to the line. All that happened because of an errant throw on the fast break. They have capable point guards. They have capable point guards in Colby Lima. They have capable point guards in Katie Klepper. Even worst case scenario, you can throw it to Ryan Lima, and she's got a handle. She can drive it down the court A-okay. You don't need to be making these risky cross-court passes that just keep getting picked off every time. And it looks like they were going to call that foul on the ground, so Dolly is not, in fact, going to go to the line. Here we go again. Colby Lima tries for the shot, doesn't go. Marcy battles for the rebound, and Cialino comes away with it. Here's Morella again. High off the backboard, doesn't go. And an offensive foul for Ashland. Or maybe they were just going to call Marcy on the line when she grabbed the rebound. Either way, Westwood ball now. Taylor Kane bringing it up. Mid-range 2 from Westwood. They've preferred that shot all night, but looks like that was Chloe Callahan who grabbed the rebound on that mid-range 2 and put it back up for a layup. 29-15, the lead has ballooned to 14 for Westwood, just like that. Ashland we've seen some good stuff on both ends of the court from Ashland, but they're just not able to convert on the offensive end in the same way that Westwood has. That's a testament to Westwood's ball movement. It's a testament to the role players of Westwood being so good in their chosen situations. Cialino at the line right now. Solani Cialino, who's had a good game, all things considered. She hits both of her shots. She's got 7 on the night. Holbrook driving it down the court for Westwood. They've decided to lay off on the Holbrook drives into the paint, electing for more plays from Roycroft and Maddie Noble. No backcourt violation, but Ashland comes away with it anyway. And an errant throw from Colby Lima. She was trying to get it to Carly Morella, and Noble converts on the other end. 31-17 the score here as we're winding down, and that's going to be the end of the third. So Hattie Noble, huge second half here, excuse me. She's got 8 points. Catherine Kissel with 6 points for Westwood. Sarah Roycroft with 6 points. On the Ashland side of things, you have Sonali Cialino with 5. No, excuse me, with 7. You have Ryan Lima with 3. And as we begin the fourth here, Ashland has a mountain to climb. Holbrook driving to the basket as she does, but she loses the handle. I'm not sure what the call was. Looks like it's going to stay Westwood ball. Maybe they got Ashland on a reach-in foul. And they try to inbound it to Maddie Noble, but... Oh, and Maddie Noble... Hattie Noble throws the basketball inadvertently at the referee's head. Does not get teed up, though, because it was just an accident. Caroline Ellis going to inbound for Ashland here. Colby Lima gets some separation from Roycroft, drives down the court. Does not wait for her offense to show up. Instead, out to Morella. Morella dishes back to Colby Lima, who issues a nice floater. Her first points of the night. Westwood gets around the Ashland press in the backcourt. And Catherine Kissel drives to the hoop and collects the foul. Westwood hasn't been to the line a whole lot tonight. And that's just because they've been so adept at scoring, and their role players know exactly the jobs that they need to do. And also because their ball movement has been so good. Haven't really had a need to go to the line when they can always find the open person and get the correct shot off. Kissel goes 1 for 2 at the line. And a foul on Colby Lima. As I said before, she is so adept at just pushing the ball, drawing fouls. Looks like that's 5 team fouls for Westwood now. Caroline Ellis going to inbound. 19-32. Westwood in the lead still. And it looks like Morella with a nice move to the hoop. Crossover, lost her defender. And Morella doing it on both ends of the court right now. That was a vicious defensive possession. It does result in Westwood maintaining the ball, but she has given all the effort she can on the court right now. Carly Morella, the freshman. Kissel drives down the court. Outside to Noble. Noble tries to throw it into Roycroft, but it's blocked by Colby Lima. Ashland has been solid at denying the transition fast break opportunities on the defensive end. They just can't seem to capitalize when they're put in the same situation. And Kissel from 3 doesn't go. Roycroft collects the rebound inside to Hattie Noble. And quite the move from Hattie Noble. She's had herself quite the game. And a quick steal on the inbound pass. Roycroft credited with the steal. Thankfully for Ashland, nothing came out of it. But Dave Lith doesn't... Oh, no, I thought they were calling a timeout. Doesn't really... Refs conferring over what to do in this situation. Checking with the scorekeepers, maybe seeing how many team fouls there are, because there was a foul issued, so they might be in... Westwood might be in 1-and-1 territory at this point. Westwood going to take some subs in the meantime. Roycroft is going to come out. There's Claire Marcy, who's been so stellar on the defensive end all night. The tallest girl in this Ashland team has been quite the rim protector. Colby Lima driving down. I think she collects another foul, and that's going to put Westwood in the 1-and-1 territory. So she's going to go to the line. That's what Colby Lima does. You put her in the point guard position, give her the ball. She's going to drive down the court, and anyone in her way is going to collect that foul. (21-34). The lead is 13 for Westwood here. Colby Lima at the line. Back rims it, but rebound by Melissa Leone, and she gets fouled as well. She's fouled by Chloe Callahan. And Ashland needing to put some points on the board here. Two minutes expired from the from the clock here in this last quarter of play. Ashland down 13 points. So Melissa Leone gets one more shot at the line here. Ashland going to take some subs, put Ryan Lima back in the game. And the shot from Leone. Sinks that one. Westwood trying to escape this press right now. Looks like there was a traveling violation by Julia Dolly. Westwood couldn't handle the press. Into Colby Lima. Uses her sister's screen. The pick and roll, though. But Westwood was on top of it, and Lima did not have the space to get a shot off. Tried to pass it inside to Claire Marcy, but Marcy didn't have the hands to receive it. Julia Dolly with the inbound for Westwood. Going to try this press again, but it gets beaten. Or I say that, it hasn't gotten beaten yet. And there we go, Haley Jacobson. With the speed, and Chloe Callahan takes it and makes it. A mid-range shot. Westwood has been lethal from the mid-range this game. If you look at a shot chart, I'm sure it would show you that it's been Hattie Noble under the rim, and it's been a bunch of different people from that mid-range position for Westwood. That's where they've been scoring all their points. They haven't really been doing it from three, and as I say that, there's Hattie Noble under the basket yet again. But then again, neither team has really been stellar from three. Haven't had that many shots. Had quite a few long twos and mid-ranges. And that's batted around, but it's going to end up Westwood ball. (22:38). The lead is 16 for Westwood. And Ashland is running out of clock to make a comeback here. Just under 5 minutes to play. Dolly to inbound. She does so to Kissel. And they find Dolly, who drains a three. Those are her first points of the night. And that could be perceived as the dagger for this game. As Westwood takes a 19-point lead now. One of the only three-point shots we've seen of the night, drilled by Julia Dolly. She made the inbound pass and then got to her spot immediately. Ryan Lima with the ball now, gets doubled. That's also been a story of the night. Ryan Lima can't really manufacture anything if she gets doubled. But Ashland maintains possession on that one, and a quick timeout from Dave Lith. Melissa Leone to inbound here, along with Sonali Cialino and Ryan Lima in the game. We also have Katie Klepper. And it looks like Zaria Turner as well. Dolly again tries a three, same spot. But it's going to get waved off with a foul, I believe. Good amount of whistles here in this fourth quarter of action. 4 minutes left to play. There's been a lot of inbounding on both sides. Hattie Noble passes it outside to Dolly. That's her spot, but she elects not to use it. an offensive foul, maybe a push-off on Dolly. Trying to create some space in order to get a shot off. Leone tries to inbound it, but inbounds it right into the hand of Chloe Callahan. Going to stay Ashland ball. Finds Klepper. Klepper pushes it down court. Guarded by Dolly. Some good defense, though. Ryan Lima collects it at the top of the three-point line. Pushes off, but gets blocked, actually. That was great defense from, I believe that was Catherine Kissel, who passes it back to Haley Jacobson, and she cold buries a mid-range shot. What a defensive sequence from Westwood there, but Ryan Lima, as I say that, answers right back. Draws the foul and one. Classic old school three-point play coming up. But that defensive possession into an offensive possession from Westwood was something to behold. That was good basketball. Lima tried to create space on the three-point line, pushed Catherine Kissel back, but a beautiful closeout into a block makes it so there was nothing doing on that shot. Then on the other end of the court, Kissel managed to get the ball, but dishes it right back to her teammate, Haley Jacobson, who we've seen is pretty adept from the mid-range on the baseline. And that's exactly where she was, and takes the opportunity she's given. Westwood turns it over on the fast break. Ashland ball, 25-43. 18 the lead for Westwood here in the last quarter of action. Morella dishes it outside, but the three rattles in and out. Just under 3 minutes to play here. Dolly thought about a three inside to Noble. Noble passes it back out. She couldn't get square on Cialino. And Noble tries a long two for herself. Doesn't go. But Westwood with the rebound. That's been another story tonight, as these offensive rebounds and second chance points for Westwood have been destroying Ashland under the basket. But an offensive violation is going to result in an Ashland inbound here. Inbound to Katie Klepper. Finds Lauren Marcy. Zaria Turner over to Morella, who's had quite the game tonight. But another turnover for Ashland. 2 minutes left to play. Ashland does not have a ton of time to work with here if they want to bring this one back. Westwood manages to break the press. Oh, and as I say that, again, some great defense from Katie Klepper. And Morella tries a long two of her own. Looking for the ball so she can try again, but Zaria Turner elects to take it herself. Tries to draw the foul, did not do so. But it's going to remain Ashland ball. Went out on a Westwood player. Dave Lith wants to drop a play for this inbound right now. So he calls a timeout. Cialino, Morella, Lauren Marcy in the game for Ashland, along with Zaria Turner and Katie Klepper. And I believe they're going to score that three. They will. A three from Katie Klepper. That is a drawn-up play that went exactly the way that Ashland wanted it. But Westwood just doing their best to drain some clock here. Outside, Holbrook wants to drive but can't find a lane. Kicks it to Taylor Kane. Adriana Katzman, who's seen some of her first minutes of the game. She had a couple shots there, but elected not to take them. And because of that, a shot clock violation on Westwood. 28-43 is the score. So we have just about a minute left to play in the game here. These Ashland freshmen have been playing their hearts out all game. And a 3 from Brooke Kulaga, who I don't think has played up until now, but is getting some minutes late in the game. And again, some heads-up defense from Carly Morella, who's been so stellar on both ends tonight as a facilitator and as a always there presence on defense. The press from Ashland, which has been kind of working against this Westwood team. They trap her on the sidelines. Holbrook, that is. But she does get fouled, and Ashland is over the limit, so they're going to go to. So Holbrook is going to go to the line. Holbrook had a heck of a game in the first quarter, but since then has been relatively silent, electing to dish it off to her teammates like Sarah Roycroft. And as I say that, she drives to the hoop and I believe gets fouled again. It was Holbrook on the drives, but the drives started getting stuffed by the likes of Sonali Cialino and Claire Marcy, and so that she elected to pass the ball out to some of her players, such as Hattie Noble and Sarah Roycroft, and even Julia Dolly, who generated a 3. Rebound controlled by Lauren Marcy. Into Klepper, driving down court. 35 seconds here left in the game. Into Cialino. Cialino elects not to drive, looking for a teammate. Morella working on Taylor Kane. Inside to Cialino, though. Cialino tries that hook shot. That's her spot, but the shot doesn't go. And Taylor Kane on the ground with a bunch of girls. Westwood comes away with it, looking to drive down, but a whistle. Chloe Callahan managed to get the catch out of the scuffle at half court. But Ashland manages to come away with the ball off of a foul. And the final shot here is not going to go, and that's going to be the game. Kind of a brutal one if you're an Ashland fan, but a lot to look forward to, as there was a lot of really great performances from some of the freshmen here. Colby Lima in the point guard position was stellar. You had some great defense and offensive possessions, but mainly defensive possessions from Carly Morella. She was amazing on defense tonight. You had some good stuff from Katie Klepper, also a freshman who was good in the point guard position. And you had some good facilitation from Melissa Leone. Of course, the ever-consistent play from staples of the program like Ryan Lima and Sonali Cialino, as well as Claire Marcy, who was a threat to be sure. So that's going to do it here tonight from Ashland High School. Special thanks to the crew for tonight, Tom Hamilton, Cameron Tabo, our new intern Justin, and Mackie Kotob for bringing you tonight's game. Next game is Friday night. We will see you then. Until then, good night and go Clockers.